all the agencies, all the divisions of the Ministry of Works would have been out from early this morning. They were out late last night. But there's some work that you could only do once the flooding would have subsided and we could actually see some of the work to be done. So again, I want to compliment the Drainage Division for the work that they would have done. They would have embarked on about 400 projects, and although we had flooding this year, it was significantly less than what we experienced a year ago. Most of the water courses would have been desilted, and that is why we had just about 4 rivers that would have toppled at the lowest point. All the rivers would have been filled to capacity yesterday, all. But they were able to move the water, and once it tide, we got a low tide, we had a fast runoff. And even in those areas like the St. Joseph area, where the water would have breached, within an hour, the low tide, the water went back into the river and the St. Joseph area was spared. We do have a challenge in the Bamboo area, and the reason for that is the Sanwa River toppled its bank, again because of the volume, and it toppled at the lowest point, which was at the Artalog Jack Center around there. Because the Caroni was filled, the Sanwa River was filled, obviously the capacity there posed a little challenge. That water went down into Bamboo number 3. And that is why this morning Bamboo is still under some water, because if you know the terrain of the Bamboo area, it's like a bowl shape. It's the lowest point to enter the Caroni. That water just can't run into the Caroni. We have to pump the water. So what we're doing today is we're putting additional pumps. We have the existing pumps, they're working. We're putting some additional pump to get the water out. I would say last year we had about 250,000 people affected with the same level of rainfall. This year it was significantly less. And today, one day after that downpour, the majority of Trinidadians' life would have gone back to normal. Last year it took almost a month for us to get back to some level of normalcy. So we do have a lot of work this morning. All the teams are out there. We're looking at the bridges that would be blocked, some of the water courses that debris would have come into. And what we're doing is that we're clearing all these areas, because we do expect some showers after lunch. We expect the high tide to step in. Right now we do have a high tide, and some of the rivers would be stagnant. But what we're trying to do is to use all the time available to us to clear the water courses that would have been blocked, so that once the tide drop, we can actually have the rivers pull in the water again. And a lot of parts of Trinidad was spared again because of the amount of work that went in. The berms that were built here for the first time in, I can't tell you how long, the Caroni River did not burst the bank. And to me that is a significant improvement because of the amount of work that went into the Caroni River from January to now. The Caroni River was able to contain the water, and that is why you have places like Greenvale, where we actually expanded the capacity in the Caroni by about 3 times in that area. And wherever we found space, we started to open the channels in the Caroni. It's a program that will go on for the next couple of years so that we could get back the sort of capacity in the Caroni River, which is the main river that takes all the water on the east-west corridor and some of the central water out to the ocean. What we're trying to do is to concentrate on these main rivers, build back the capacity so that we can handle to the best of our ability this level of rainfall. I think we did a good job as a country to hold together, and what we saw is a mass improvement in the way we handled the situation compared to, say, a year ago, because we did have ample warning this time. All the agencies were on alert, everybody came out, and I mean, by this evening, a lot of the country will be back to a normal life, considering what we went through in the last 2 days. We got 1 month rain in 1 day. That is significant, because last year, we had all the flooding, it took about 3 days for that downpour. We got all in 1 day this year, and we were able to survive that because of a lot of work and preparation that would have gone in since then.